Welcome to Phil and Bob's Treehouse.
The Central Park trees covered in snow. Over the Hudson, the sunset glow. The smell of halal and jasmine rice creep on the corner. Don't look so nice. Now he's pooping. Why, I don't know. Life's full of mysteries. Now it's time for the show.
Hi, I'm Phil.
Hi, I'm Bob.
We live in New York City, home to the highlights, the lowlights, and everything in between. This is our take on the human carnival.
Funding for this podcast is generously provided by the Wire Cannabis Dispensary and Open Air Drug Market Experience. Now that marijuana has been legalized, do you miss the illicit aspects of pre-reform drug deals? Text our 800 number and pull up to one of our corner locations in a non-gentrified area of Brooklyn or the Lower East Side, where a child on a bicycle will ride up to your car, take your cash, run it over to the trap house, and bring back your dime bag. We're also a pharmacy, so if you have a legal prescription for oxycodone or Percocet or fentanyl, you can fill your prescription with us. The Wire Cannabis Dispensary and Open Air Drug Market Experience, because getting drugs shouldn't be easy.
Okay, good ad.
You like it?
I like that business, actually. I like the idea retro.
Like a retro vibe.
Yeah.
There may be some problematic aspects, just from a socio-cultural, racial perspective.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, the actors at the open air drug market, it's a multicultural rainbow. It's a gorgeous mosaic, as David Dinkins once said.
Cape Cod, where we go, and I reference this a lot.
Every fucking episode.
Every time. I don't know why.
There's a lot of dispensaries.
There's a lot to talk. There's a lot of dispensaries because it's legal up there. The dispensaries up there, I've been to 2 of like the 8 that's around me within 10 miles.
Yeah.
They're nice. It's definitely the anti-street corner buy experience. You know? It's like you go in. There's this one which is in Wellfleet. I can't remember what it's called. It's named after like a seabird or something.
So it's branded.
It's branded. You go in, it looks like a Martha Stewart experience. Weathered wood paneling, and it's well lit, and
there's nothing seedy about that thing.
It's not seedy at all. It's very nice.
When we were in our 20s, again, neither of us big pot smokers.
Right.
But when you wanted to get weed, you literally had to go either to Washington Square Park or up by the west side by 72nd Street.
That's where we used to go in high school. We would go to that place. It used to be called Needle Park. Right on 72nd
Panic
and Broadway.
in Needle Park. Shout out to the movie.
And you look for you look for a down on his heels.
You look for someone who looks
looking person
like a drug dealer,
looking like he's doing up to no good.
Not racially profiling, just job profiling. Like which among these citizens here looks like a drug dealer?
Right. So we were like 18 years old. And I'm looking for some guy. Who looks like he has pot. That's it.
And 9 times out of 10, it would be just like 50-50 oregano weed.
Yeah, but
I don't smoke the weed. I would just go with the bad people who bought it. Because I'm a good friend.
But so the Cape Cod thing, it's sort of like bougie, the whole experience.
Oh, no, it is. First of all, you smoke so many drugs, I guess, because you forgot. When I went up to the Cape like maybe 3 years ago, you took me there.
Oh, maybe we went to that place.
You were in your pot phase. I think it was kind of, I don't know. I think you were just like, the whole thing was novel. But you're like, you got to go to the dispensary. I was like, okay. You were like grooming me or something to like buy drugs.
I don't remember. But
I should have just said no. But anyway, I went there. I bought a thing of gummies.
Okay.
I still have that pack. I still have that little gummy container at home.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know who asked me constantly if she could take 1 or 2?
Who?
My daughter, who just turned 18. Shout out to my baby girl. She's grown up now. She's like, oh, Dad, can I have one of the gummies from the dispensary?
Right.
You know it's regulated.
Yep.
You know she's getting the weed, and she asked nicely. I mean, at least she's not stealing it,
But it's definitely not as fun as this
experience.
Sponsor.
This is taking you back, but in a safe way. And whether you've watched The Wire or not, you can sort of imagine the ambiance that these guys are creating. You know,
I get
on
the
the
idea.
Street corner. Just
with the little kid driving on his bike. Where do you have to go? Do you have to go? Is it like in a dangerous neighborhood?
You text the number, and then they have a corner they rent out for the night. It's going to be somewhere.
Oh, it changes locations?
Yeah, just to keep it fresh. Otherwise, you're just driving up to the same block. So it's part of the magic, I think.
So are they actors? Like this kid on a bike?
All these kids. It's actors. It's a hiring in the local community. These neighborhoods have all been gentrified. Like, I think they have to pay like $25 an hour to get anyone to do this work. I don't really particularly love weed. It just makes me sleepy. in times when people groom me and try to make me do it, like you.
Yeah.
And, everyone's like, okay, we're going to legalize weed.
Right.
And, no one's really thinking about 20 years in the future when, like, we're just a drugged out population.
Right.
And I'm saying this as, I'm not one of these Republicans like, oh, drugs are bad or whatever. Because there are other drugs I like.
Right.
Okay? Maybe I don't do them anymore, but there's other drugs I like.
Right.
Okay? But I'm not trying to get down and sad,
Yeah.
which is what weed makes me.
Okay.
Okay? My roommate from college, he is a neurosurgeon. Not going to say his name.
Yes, I know
Make it
him.
hot for him. But he told me
Yeah.
that he can tell right off the fucking CT scan or the MRI
Right.
who is a chronic, persistent marijuana smoker.
Really?
This shit damages your brain. And he's a doctor at Mass General, which is like the best hospital in Boston. Shout out. You know who you are. And I'm going to throw out conspiracy theories.
Okay.
Fucking dementia is like a big thing, right? Dementia is happening right now.
Yeah.
You know why I think there's a lot of dementia in America?
Pot.
Yeah, because all these
think?
hippies smoked pot in the 70s, and now they're fucking getting old, and they have dementia. You heard it first on this podcast. Also, autism. We talk about that a lot. Autism, Asperger's, and some of that is due to old sperm. We've learned that. The older you are as a father, the increased risk.
Right.
The other thing, though, I think, it's got to be the marijuana. All these pot smokers having kids, I think that's the autism link. I should take a...
I don't know.
Yeah, I should become a conspiracy theorist.
This is very
And sell
unscientific. All of this.
Oh, yeah, these last two hypotheses are my hypotheses. But you know what?
Right.
I don't know. When Einstein did his thought experiment, about special relativity and the nature of time and space,
Right.
that was just a hypothesis, right?
True.
So I'm putting it out there.
My rant about pot in the city is how awful and disorganized the government is. Because I don't even know if it's legal or not, but there's like stores, but they're not supposed to be there, but they are there. But
I know.
And like there's crackdowns and like the Post had a thing about at Mayor Adams. There's a pot store across from City Hall the other day, and you're not supposed to. Like, is it illegal or not, or what? I mean, in Massachusetts, they figured it out. I mean, some Russian billionaire, this Curaleaf company, They opened the place in Provincetown.
Yeah.
So and it's
Okay.
it runs like a IBM.
Yeah.
And like all the other ones around there seem to have figured out the system. You go in and there's a menu and whatever,
Yeah.
like this is where you buy pot. There's security and all this stuff. Here it's like there's a guy in Washington Square Park every day. He sells loose joints and mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy next to him with a little table, and the whole park is littered with people selling pot in little bags here and there.
Yeah.
And then there's stores which. Are you allowed to do that?
No, they're supposed to have licenses,
right?
And the licenses are supposed to be limited,
right?
And frankly, given to people who've been convicted
That's
of drug crimes in the past. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the point you're getting at. There
That's
is a
the point.
weed store on every goddamn block now, and it looks like a combination weed store, vape store.
Yeah,
you know,
and like sell sodas or something.
Yeah, and sodas.
It looks like the
and
head
air
shop.
fresheners, and a head shop. It's
but
all. It's
but
all
what
in
is
one.
it? It's not.
Yeah, no, it's a free.
And are they allowed to be there?
No, it's
Are
like.
you allowed to sell pot in a store in New York?
It's like when the crowd decides to rush the field at the end of the game. At a certain point, if enough people rushed, they're not going to be stopped.
Right.
That's what these people in these stores have concluded. Like, enough of them have said, we're going to open up weed stores.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck about having a license.
Yeah.
And they're the mob. They're about to rush Yankee Stadium after Game 7. So
you can open a store with you need a license.
But you need a license, right? But nobody seems to care.
I guess in Massachusetts they cross the T's and dot the I's. And
no, but it's easy. Well, you're not talking about Boston or an urban environment. Like, it's easier.
But somehow I have a feeling that it's probably run better there too. That's the problem.
In New York, it's a love-hate relationship.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I wanted to talk about the wellness industry. Something that happened to me a long time ago. I went through a little period of my life where I dipped my toe in the wellness world.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been to shrinks and stuff.
Yes.
But I mean like
mental health episode.
I mean mental. I mean like the not what do you call it, alternative?
Instead of beating around the bush, who did you see? Did you go to see what were you going to see?
Okay, so
a tantric masseuse
a
or something?
therapist of mine recommended meditation.
Okay.
So I looked into that, and
this was to calm the voices in your head. Just kidding. Phil's not schizophrenic.
Right. So I found a woman who is a Zen teacher.
Okay, a Zen meditation practitioner.
Buddhist practitioner teacher.
So this lady was Buddhist.
Yeah, but I think she's a Jew.
That's kind of cultural
Wait,
appropriation,
when you say she's
right?
What?
You're just like, right? Can a
You
white
think
person...
you think it has to be some guy from like Kung Fu?
Yeah, no, you got to be from Asia or South Asia. All right, but go on. Go on.
They're all Jews.
Red flag. Red flag.
They're all just like Jews whose
And
parents
Richard
are hippies.
Gere. Yeah,
dropouts.
Richard Gere
Yeah.
is like all free Tibet.
Yeah.
All right.
So
whatever.
anyway, she had a place, and I don't remember. It was on 9th Street, I think.
Okay.
East.
East Village. So that's
Some-
if you're from New York, that actually checks all the boxes.
Yeah. It
So
was
some
like
kooky lady
Some kooky Jewish short woman.
from the East
and it
Village.
was somewhere in like
to paint,
Alphabet
yeah, sorry to
City-ish.
interrupt. To paint the picture, that means this lady
Yeah.
was going to shows at CBGB, and like probably dated someone from the Ramones back. That was her big thing.
Yeah,
back
could
in the
be.
day.
It
Yeah.
may be.
All right, and now she like teaches meditation out of like a rent control department on East 9th Street.
It was a strange setup. So I
Yeah.
showed up there
Yeah.
for the first day. It's like a brownstone address, but it's actually like a hatch. You know those things that like restaurants have where you
Yeah,
open
the metal grate that
the grate,
opens
like
up
a
onto the
storm
sidewalk.
hatch
Oh,
where they put
God.
like they store the tomatoes and
If a
stuff.
basement can't even have a proper door from the inside, like, ugh,
Well, so
what's down there?
She said, "Call me. I'll come out." And she came out of this thing, and I went down the stairs, and then we had our session. Right? It's basically a big basement space with stone walls, and she had some like hanging art here.
was
and
there
there.
was there a Buddha
Yeah, there was like I think.
Yeah, yeah.
There might have been like a little kitchen
and a
too.
little waterfall?
Yeah, there was there was like little few posters and some like those little things that hanging on the walls like in a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, yeah.
So then we did this standing meditation. You know what that is?
No idea.
Okay. Well, you know meditation, the basic principle.
Yeah, you like close your eyes.
Right. And it's very hard.
You're supposed to empty your head of any thoughts,
Yeah.
right? You
The-
just be.
Just be.
I know.
Focus on the actual what's going on immediately right now, which is nothing.
Right.
in
Or
your
they
brain.
say focus on your breath, but that's
do the
thinking
breath.
about
That's-
something,
well,
right?
that's-
It's
yeah.
like you're thinking about your breath.
They want you close your eyes and focus on just your breath.
Yeah.
It's very hard. The Buddha tried to do that.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if he would say
Well, he
he
got there
succeeded.
eventually, right? Didn't he reach enlightenment?
Yes, he did, I guess,
Yeah.
right? But the philosophy is like it's not something to attain, right? It's about being in the moment, being and don't strive for
Yeah. If I did that, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to meditate for 5 minutes today. I'm going to push it to 10 tomorrow. Then we do a meditation marathon.
Yeah, that's
right.
that's like the anti
Yeah.
ethos of this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So then there's a standing meditation, which is meditation but while you're standing, and walking meditation.
That's good. I think
That's-
that might. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that movement will help clear your head.
Yeah, I think maybe because you can focus on your feet hitting the floor, like, and she's guiding you while you're. So I would like walk around this basement.
There's not like a lot of space.
No, but so in like
Imagine you look like one of those prisoners at Guantanamo Bay, like fucking doing turns in a small cell.
so that went okay, and then I returned. I returned a couple times.
You book like a 10-session thing or something,
Like a training.
like a Groupon thing or something.
I found her okay.
Yeah.
She was maybe abrasive, a little abrasive.
That's so
rough around the
odd.
edge. No, she was.
Right, Buddhist people are supposed to be like,
She was just very
peace
like
be unto you.
No, she's just very like no bullshit Jewish older Jewish woman, like angry a little bit.
For our new listeners, Phil is Jewish. I just really just want that to be stated here for all.
But I thought that
Yeah.
she was a good teacher and knew her shit. And so I came back a bunch of times, and then maybe like the fourth time I returned. She met me in front. She was coming from her house, I think. And then she opened the gate.
The grate
The
on the
grate,
floor of the sidewalk, right?
This grate. And she said, like, okay, wait for me. Like that.
Was that what usually would happen, though? Or you would
no,
both
she was
walk
already
down
there.
the grate?
She was already
she would
in
be
there.
down
Yeah,
on the grate.
yeah,
What
yeah.
do you stomp on the grate to get in?
I think it might have been, sometimes it was open.
Okay.
Or I would call her or something,
Okay.
and she would come out and
Yeah.
anyway. And so, but this time I guess she met me. She was coming from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So we met, and then she said, "Wait here," and I said, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then she opened the thing and went down, and then I was standing on the sidewalk for like 8 minutes because I was like, "Okay, now should I?" She said, "Don't come in."
So she did make a point
She
to say,
didn't make a
don't
point,
come
so
in.
I
Yeah.
didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "How long am I going to stand out here?"
Yeah.
You know. And she had gone into like her
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
So I walked down the stairs.
Yeah.
You know, and I took like a step in, and then she was sort of in the middle of the room and turned around, and walked right up to me,
Face to face.
and she started cursing me out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like how? Like she was like, well, you don't have to yell, but just like, what was she
was
saying?
like, what the fuck are you doing? I fucking told you to fucking stay like that.
And this is a guided meditation teacher, right?
Yes. She goes, I fucking told you to stay on the fucking side. What the fuck are you?
What kind of Buddhist meditation teacher? Do you think Buddha would have done that?
I don't know.
No, Buddha would have been like, Arito grasshopper. I can do that. I'm Asian. Arito grasshopper. Patience is a virtue. Don't go down the sidewalk grate till the teacher is ready. Why are you laughing so fucking loud? It's an awful Asian pigeon accent.
Yeah, the Buddhists would have made that a teaching moment, maybe.
I know.
No,
that's insane. Like, first of all, who recommended this lady? If it was the same
online,
shrink that you complained,
No,
you found her after your shrink.
I think I just found her online. But she had like good, whatever the Yelp version of like reviews. But she was cursing at me and then freaking. And I was like. It was one of these things where, like, you're in a weird, like, confrontational moment. It's like if you go to, like, you're getting on an airplane or something, and the person behind the desk is, like, inappropriately angry. Or it was a weird, like, dynamic, clearly, right?
Yeah.
And, like, first of all, I'm the customer.
Yeah.
Right?
You're paying this fool. And honestly, I mean, come on. How many people are paying someone else to help them fucking do nothing?
No, and also she
was
was not busy.
And
right?
that's not very Buddhist. I think we can all agree.
No, I didn't get the sense that her business was booming. Plus, it was supposedly a Buddhist setting.
Yeah.
And she was being fucking crazy. Antagonistic and like challenging and very strange
and being unreasonable, like just because you stepped foot, you'd seen this person before, you'd been in that space before.
Yeah,
she told you to wait. You waited 8 minutes.
Yeah,
and then you set foot in there.
Yeah. So then, I was just standing there. I didn't know what to do. I should have just left, I guess.
Yeah.
But I went down. I sat down.
Yeah.
And then
that was very Buddhist of you.
I know.
The pupil has not become the teacher.
So I sat down, and then she sat down. She's like, okay, so let's get started like that. And then I was like, no, I'm not. This is not a good moment. This is not.
That's good.
Going well.
Good for you.
Well,
that's
no,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
If you stayed there, then you would have been a pussy. But I'm glad you left.
I think I did. I think I paid her for the hour. Because
you should have taken the money, threw it at her.
So and then I left, and then she said, "What, really?" She's like, she was confused, like, "Why are you leaving? Really? Let's talk about this." And
you should have been like, "Well, you're supposed to be a Buddhist teacher, and you just flipped out on me."
Right? No, I think I said I don't like this dynamic, or I don't know what's going on, but I'm not staying.
Yeah,
and
that's good.
And so that was that. So that was my.
Did you cry on the way home?
No, but I texted my friend, and I said, "Here's what happened. What do you think of that?"
Yeah.
And then she said. Her theory was that she didn't want the place is full of roaches and stuff, and she didn't want me to
see it like dirty,
dirty, because it was a which I don't know. Does that sound reasonable?
I feel like maybe she was cleaning up from the prostitute who probably like used it for the last like 3 hours. Because I think people get angry when they're embarrassed or like they feel insecure. And I think she was probably cleaning up, or she didn't want you to see like, I don't know, whatever was there before, or she was hiding a dead body. I don't know. It's one of the funniest stories I've heard about the wellness industry in a while.
That's also, I don't know if this was around the time I also had not as much mental wellness, but I wanted to get a massage. Mm-hmm. I've never gotten really massages either.
Erotic or just therapeutic?
Therapeutic.
Okay.
So this is a similar, but it's also part of the New York wellness subculture.
Yeah.
And it also involves me texting a friend of ours afterwards to see if something went wrong.
Oh my God, this is oh God.
No. So right. This actually I found I was undergoing like some sort of back pain, I think, and I wanted to get a massage and I didn't know where to go. So I contacted my somehow I was talking to my mother, who has a friend who's an affluent homosexual.
Okay. Not that his gender, sexuality matters,
but maybe it's unrelated.
Yeah.
But he happened to be a client of a masseur.
Yeah.
In the East Village.
Masseur being a male massage therapist. Yeah.
Yeah. So he recommended someone to her.
Okay.
And she passed it on to me. This guy.
Okay. Knowing that it was a noted homosexual. What was he referring to?
He's like a corporate executive
but a flamboyant homosexual.
I don't know, man. I think he's
out?
one of these guys who's like very in the establishment.
Is it Barry Diller?
No, but
we gotta cut that.
No.
Is he out though?
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah.
But why does he have married to Diane von Furstenberg?
Who?
Then?
No, it wasn't
Barry Diller. Oh no, I'm saying I was just talking about.
Are they married?
Yeah,
I know
so.
they're companions.
Yeah.
No, he's out. It isn't well known.
It's well known.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I don't want to out anybody though.
No.
I'm an ally. LGBTQ.
Barry Diller will
Yep.
use all his resources to try to
I know,
burn us to the
Velvet
ground.
the Velvet Mafia is gonna burn us to the ground.
They've got a lot of money. They have no kids to spend money on.
Yeah. Anyway, so this.
So I contacted this guy.
The flamboyant homosexual.
No, the flamboyant homosexual's massage person.
Okay.
And he had it was a walk up in the East Village.
Mm-hmm. See, there's like a theme here, the East Village. If you're not from New York, actually, God bless the East Village. It is the last remaining bastion of kookiness.
And
like
rats.
real kookiness in Manhattan.
So and so I went to this guy's apartment, and
Sidewalk rate or just a real apartment?
no, it was a regular apartment.
Okay.
And it was just a small apartment. He had a massage table. I think he might have had like candles and stuff too.
Okay.
You know, but I was okay with it. Or I don't know. I was a little uncomfortable.
Okay.
But I don't know why. Maybe I'm not like a massage person.
Yeah,
first
but
of
like
all.
the doctor had suggested some sort of like physical therapy or massage for your
Yeah,
back issues.
and then and I thought it would be good for just like peace of mind. Also, this may also have been a therapist.
Like while you were doing your meditation?
yeah,
It was like a
yes,
whole...
yeah.
Oh, so you were in a little wellness loop.
I mean, for a brief amount of time.
Yeah.
So, so the guy
that
gave me a
was
massage.
when you used to greet people with namaste, right? That was that brief phase.
Yes.
Okay.
So I went to this guy the first time, and I was like, "Wow, this is a good massage," and I felt like very like loose and relieved. And then I returned.
Yeah.
And then the next time when I returned, he finished up with the massage.
Yeah.
And he took his right finger and he twirled it in my hair, like on the top of my head.
But as a joke?
After the massage. And then what he would do is do the massage.
Yeah.
And then and my hair twirled and then turned.
What, is that like a scalp massage?
No, he just like that, like a little twirl.
Yeah.
And then turned on like a sort of like new age music.
Yeah.
Turned the lights off and he would leave the room.
Oh, maybe that's for
like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you should gather. Did he say like gather your thoughts?
No, but that was sort of like the
like namaste.
The pattern of events in general.
Yeah.
But something about it made me give me a little creepiness.
Really?
I don't know why. It wasn't the hair thing or.
Did he touch you in a funny place? Because I think that's what everybody who's listening to this
so then
just let it out, dude.
No.
Let it. It's not your fault. It's not. You didn't do anything. It's not your fault.
No, so I left, and I had an appointment standing, and I didn't even show up after that. And then he called me. He's like, "Oh, where were you?" But I
have
left.
to admit that it sounds like you got touched, and you don't want to admit
No,
it
I
right now.
texted our friend, our deceased friend. I texted him. I was like, "Listen, what do you think of this?" He's like, "I don't know much about."
He didn't talk like that, though.
But
it was more like this.
But
he said, "I don't know much about the homosexuals, but I will tell you this."
He knows something about. I don't know much about the etiquette.
No,
but
he
the
didn't
massage.
really talk like that. R.I.P. to our friend.
Yeah, but he did say something about. I think if they touch your buttocks.
He did stop with the accent. Okay.
I think he said something about. I think as long as I don't touch your buttocks, it's okay.
Wow.
So I stopped going to that guy. I did go to another.
Well, maybe you were being. You profiled him just because he had been recommended by a homosexual.
That was the problem. Like,
so
I think that what it was. So it put me.
You realize this is making you sound like a homophobe, right?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, but so then I did, and then I did like a group meditation for a couple times. It wasn't East Village this time.
So I bet that went smoothly then.
It was okay. Most that I got out of that whole thing was that it was just like a subculture.
Yeah.
In New York, like there's a real wellness.
Not just New York, around the world.
I know,
man.
but at any given time in New York City, like at 6 o'clock on like a Wednesday, you can go to like
PM.
AM, PM. You could go to an apartment in Chelsea or like a little gym in East Village, a basement in East Village, Or someone in Midtown who's like has like a seminar on like crystals. We had a waiter once in our catering business who sells crystals, and there's just
crystal meth or crystals?
Crystals,
okay,
like healing crystals.
Oh, healing crystals.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But there's a whole all this underground sort of not underground, but it's like like I say, a subculture.
Well, now it's moved into the mainstream, right? With Gwyneth Paltrow and that Goop.
Yeah.
The Goop company, yeah.
Have you had wellness, alternative wellness?
Well, first of all, as an Asian, I live the life of Buddha.
Oh, I forgot.
Why are you laughing? Every day, you know what I'm saying?
Every day.
Every day, I live like Buddha.
Okay. Is that pan-Asian or like it just varies across Asian cultures?
It varies across Asian cultures, I think, but...
is there a Korean Buddhist tradition?
Yeah,
Where's the Buddha from?
Buddha, well, I think he's, isn't Buddha Siddhartha Gautama?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was originally from South Asia, I think.
Right.
He kind of looked probably like our
but
friend.
But he looks fat and Asian, Chinese.
Well, that's Fat Buddha. I think they just made him look that way. Like different cultures co-opted
He's from
him.
India.
Yeah,
right?
He's from India, yeah, but they made him look like a fat, bald Asian baby in China.
Right. Japan, though, it's like the...
Yeah, no, but the Buddhist influence, it's, it's Shinto in Japan, and Korea, they mixed it with a little Confucianism, you know?
So you feel it's in your blood?
I feel it's in my blood. I'm in the moment. People know me. There's no one thing. I'm not goal-oriented.
Okay.
I don't look at tasks or, like, scores. I do what I do in the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about during, like, football gambling and stuff?
There I'm at. Very good. Goal focus. Buddha wants to take Dallas Cowboys -3.5. Okay? Buddha needs Dallas Cowboys -3.5 and the Vikings on the motherfucking money line. I don't really partake in the wellness industry.
Okay.
Because I think it's all bullshit. But if you do it, that's fine.
Okay.
I think that meditation exists.
Yeah.
But it's not just sitting down in a dark room and doing it.
Yeah.
Anytime where you can get out of your own head and just get into the flow with something, I think that is meditation.
I agree.
Because my girlfriend of 11 years, my current girlfriend of 11 years, told me that, when I'm out in Connecticut, that when I'm out in the yard, that she thinks that, she gets mad at first because I'm ignoring everyone. I'm just like focused on this little patch that I'm working on.
Right.
But then she'll say later, she's like, you know what? That's your meditation.
Right.
You're like so in the moment there,
Right.
Yeah. And then actually, I read in the Times recently, and I actually brought my research here.
Oh, good job.
It was actually yesterday's paper.
Okay.
There was an article about this woman, Catherine May. Do you know who she is?
No.
She's a British author who wrote the best-selling memoir Wintering.
Okay.
I guess maybe she's been talking about how during the pandemic she was bored and burned out, and her usual ritual of walking had fallen away, and she used to do other things like collect pebbles apparently and swim in the sea.
Right.
So she wrote a new book, Enchantment.
Okay.
Enchantment.
Okay.
The point of the book is that you should be committed to noticing the world around you, just being in the moment, observing the world around you. And one of those things, that she mentions, besides walking, is just looking at the moon or doing whatever you think is it gives you a feeling of awe, like looking at a bug in your garden or things like that.
Right.
When she said look at the moon, I'm going to tell you something. When I go out there, every time there's a full moon, you're out there, there's no light pollution. It makes the outside look like it's lit up.
I agree.
And I go to everyone in the house, my current girlfriend of 11 years. Yeah. Sometimes my daughter, sometimes her
we need an acronym.
Yeah, her eldest son, Rerun. And then her youngest son, who I've not mentioned yet. But when he's like 16, I'm going to start ripping on the show. We'll give him a nickname. Anyway, I tell everyone, let's go look at the moon. I call it moon appreciation.
Did they come out?
First 2 times, like maybe they came out. Now everybody ignores me. And fuck them. I know, see? I'm trying to be their meditation.
Maybe they get the moon. Did they get the moon in Brooklyn?
You don't get it like it is out there. It's really wacky. It's like on a full moon, if you look out into there's a big field over there, outside one way, and it lights it up. It's like a white blue light. It's really nice.
This past weekend, we were out of the city, and it's nice. You can, when you go hiking, it's nice.
Yeah. People talk about forest bathing. Like that's like a thing.
What is that? Same thing?
Same thing. Like you go into the woods and just appreciate the woods.
Oh, that's like you trail trance. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, that's probably the same thing.
deal.
We could sit here and state the obvious, which is that you don't need to pay someone to guide you in meditation or sign up for some service that takes
Right.
you out to the woods to do trail
Yeah.
trance. Like, you can meditate in your own everyday moments, whether it is obsessing about a certain type of grass you're trying to grow, or looking at the moon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or taking
Yeah.
a walk around the city
Yeah.
to see the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
And everything in between.
Yeah. That's uplifting.
So I'm sorry that your experience with this Buddhist lady didn't work out, but
That's
she wasn't
okay.
Asian, so it may, you know.
Yeah. You know what? I think that I actually think I saw her on the street maybe like 4 years ago. I was in Kmart.
Huh.
You know, I think at that
R.I.P.
closed.
Yeah, the one that asked her place.
Yeah. I was walking and I looked up and I was like, holy shit, there's the fucking
yeah. Did
Buddhist
she
teacher who yelled at me.
Did she recognize you?
No.
Okay.
But I recognized that mousy Jew.
Yeah.
You know, anyway.
Once again, Phil is a Jew.
And then she was talking to the cash register person, cashier, about money. She was making a comment about how she didn't have money. I don't remember the context.
Maybe if she treated her customers better. How about rule number 1? Don't fucking yell at and curse at your customers. How about that? Right?
Yeah, because it was like Christmas season. Now it's coming back to me a little bit. And they were just having banter about something, about gifts, Christmas gifts or money. And she was saying, I don't know. I don't have any. Or
she was being a Grinch.
Yeah, she was being a Grinch.
A Jewish Grinch.
A Buddhist Jewish Grinch.
I want to talk about something that's related to the wellness industry.
Yeah.
We're going to have to be very careful and delicate, but I do feel strongly that in some ways the wellness industry legitimizes activities that are not really wellness oriented,
like cosmetic,
but like artificial changes to your body, i.e.
Right.
Plastic surgery,
Right.
cosmetic surgery. I think they become, there's the line blurs.
You mean like also like juice cleanses too? And
Well,
stuff,
I
or
think
like...
it's a slippery slope, right?
Yeah.
It's you start with the wellness,
Yeah.
then you're doing the juice cleanses,
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I think the gateway drug is the Botox,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
you're like, well,
it's an injection.
It's an injection, and it's just like temporarily getting rid of wrinkles.
It's not like
and then
addictive,
right. So
yeah.
you've done it's like meditation, Pilates, juice cleanse, Botox, right?
Yeah.
And then the next step is you make the step to the scalpel, and that's, I think, once you cross that line,
Right.
then there's no turning back. It seems like, it's easy for us. I don't want to appear judgmental. We're men. I think society is much more forgiving of our aging.
Right.
Look at that lady, Jocelyn Wildenstein,
Right,
right? The
yeah.
cat lady. Like, by the way, I saw a picture of her when she was young. She was like a ballerina. She was
Yeah.
gorgeous. She doesn't look human now.
No.
Like, not in a cruel way. I'm just
Right.
saying her
Right.
features aren't like Homo sapiens features.
Wait, so are you saying that, are you anti-plastic surgery
Well,
for
I don't-
cosmetic reasons?
I don't judge it. I just, I personally wouldn't get
Right.
it done. Ask me again in 20 years. Who knows?
Let's say if you are Jewish, let's say,
Yeah.
and you have a big nose,
Yeah.
would you advocate surgery?
I don't know. Why don't you ask yourself that? Because you can't get in trouble. You know what? In Asian culture, they have the surgery to give yourself the epicanthal fold in your eyelids.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the news anchor lady had that.
Who? Kaidi Tong?
One of those people.
What do you
Connie
mean, those-
Chung or
those people? You
one of
fucking
those
racist.
One of the Asian
Lady,
news anchors.
yeah.
Kaidi Tong or Connie
Connie
Chung,
Chung, yeah,
or
yeah.
Judy Chen or
Yeah. There's a lot of them,
the one
right?
who's married to Les Moonves.
Yeah. I'm not a big lover of plastic surgery, and I just think that the wellness industry kind of bleeds into that. It's a lot more legitimized now, right? Everyone talks about it openly. I feel like it's almost become routine for a woman after having kids,
Yeah.
doing the breastfeeding,
Right.
done having kids.
Yeah.
They get their boobs done, the little refresher on the boobs.
Right. Wait, so you're saying that's a you advocate?
Well, actually, you know what? I learned on this show. Maybe my mind has changed because I think what they're doing now,
Yeah.
when we were little, right? The boob jobs were just for porn stars to get like the
Right.
quadruple Ds.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
sense.
But I think what the women are now doing is they're just getting back to their basic shape. They're just
after
they're reclaiming their childbirth boobies.
I got
or
you.
titties, as
Yeah.
you want to. I like to call them titties. Some people say strip club. I like to say titty club. There's nothing so
Titty bar.
retro and old school.
That's
and
what Charles Barkley
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just the ladies at the titty bar that had the fake titties.
Howard Stern, when I was growing up and listening to him, everything was about the strippers and porn stars
Yeah.
getting breast implants.
Yeah,
he had
breast
that guy,
implants.
Dr. Whatever his name was, who would give listeners like a free implant, like a porn star free implant.
Like, there's some people I can't out this person. It's not my current girlfriend of 11 years, but I'm talking about it's a relative. Also, it's a relative. It's a female. She.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, frankly, she should be listening to this podcast more. And so I almost feel like outing her because I know she stopped listening. But, like, I was like, I know you since we were, this person. I know you since we were little.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck happened? Like,
Really?
I was like, one Thanksgiving, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so you confronted her with this?
I didn't confront her, but, like,
Was
later.
she upset?
What's that?
Was she upset?
Oh, no. There's no stigma.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and this person wouldn't deny it.
Right.
But later I found confirmation from not a distant relative, but it's extended relative. So, I'm not trying to out anyone too close to me.
Yeah. And so
I was like, what the fuck? This nerdy motherfucking, like, suburban, just like, and that's just how it is now.
Well, so was this and this was to reclaim her youthful figure?
Yeah, it was not augmentation. It was just... it is a little augmentation because I was like, what the fuck,
I feel like maybe, is there some male plastic surgery? Maybe something I'll notice in a few years, and I'll be like, oh. Can you imagine yourself getting any kind of surgery on anything cosmetically?
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
Ding, 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 ding. We've awarded our first T-shirt. Our listener, Kevin in Massachusetts, you're getting a T-shirt. So there's a little supply chain issues with this whole China thing or whatever, but we've designed the graphic, and we're getting our first shipment, I think they said 3 to 6 weeks. We're going to try to pick maybe once an episode or every other episode, we'll pick one winner, because we can't give away hundreds of T-shirts, right?
Right.
We're not made of money, but keep those emails coming in.
Yeah.
If you want to improve your odds, I don't know, topless, whatever, male or female, we're sex positive here.
Yeah.
Despite Phil's like quasi homophobia in that massage episode.
Don't forget, Kevin, send the email picture of you walking with your T-shirt on.
With your T-shirt on. And again, centralparktreehouse@gmail.com. All one word, centralparktreehouse@gmail.com. Get your free T-shirt.
And catch your T-shirt.
All right, Phil.
All right, Bob. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that's the show, folks. Our theme song was performed by Echo Strada. He's an incredible Brooklyn-based artist creating psychedelic alternative music. Check him out on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes.
Central Park trees covered in snow. Over the Hudson, the sunset glow. The smell of halal and jasmine rice. A creep on the corner, don't look so nice. Now he's pooping, why I don't know. Life's full of mysteries, now it's time for the show.
That was fucking awesome!
That was all right.
Yes!